Hello everyone. In this video we will be continuing from our part 1 where we have already solved that first 10 questions. Now we will be solving from the question number 11. See. Sales and other income of an entity include 200 lakh representing royalty receivable for supply of know-how to a company in Southeast Asia which is recorded on 31st March 2017. Okay. So it means they are saying they have already recorded royalty receivable on 31st March 2017. Okay. As per the agreement, the amount is to be received in US dollars. Fair enough. However, exchange permission was denied. Exchange permission was denied to the company in Southeast Asia for remitting the same. Okay. Suppose here is some company, what they are talking about, and this is the Southeast Asia, the company in Southeast Asia. Now they were supposed to pay them in US dollars, but exchange permission denied that company to pay in the US dollars. Okay, they are not giving them the currency, but this company here, suppose it is the X company, what happened? They have already included 200 lakh in their royalty receivable. They have already included, they are saying that we have already recognized the revenue. It means you cannot recognize the revenue because there is still some uncertainty. Our rule was there should be no uncertainty regarding the collection. Okay, so now we will be writing the answer. See, as per AS9, royalty income should be recognized on accrual basis as per the terms of agreement, and there should not be any uncertainty regarding the ultimate collection, but when uncertainty exists, revenue recognition shall be postponed. Okay, so you can say as there was uncertainty in the present case, what was the uncertainty? Due to restriction on remittance of US dollars. See, understand, if I have to receive US dollars from a Southeast Asia company, okay, but now their country are not allowing that person to send US dollars to me, how can I say that I will receive that money? Understood? So if the country itself is not allowing that company, I can say there is still uncertainty remittance of US dollars, and you can say the recognized royalty income should be reversed. How will you reverse? See, at the time of putting that first entry, when you recognize the revenue, what you would have written? Royalty receivable to royalty income. Now you have to reverse that. It will become royalty income account debit to royalty receivable account. Understood? How much is the value, it was 200 lakhs, 200 lakhs. Simple enough. Now see the next question here. AQ Limited, an investment company, is finalizing its accounts for the financial year ending 2013 in the month of August. How will the following income be accounted for in the books of AQ Limited? Okay. First is, see, it is the investment company. It has invested in different companies X, Y and Z. Okay. X Limited has declared interim dividend which has not been received till 31st March. See, we are AQ Limited. We have invested in X Limited. If we have invested in X Limited, X Limited declared dividend, it means we will receive dividend. Okay. We know in the case of dividend, there should be right to receive the dividend. When there is right to receive the dividend, when the dividend is declared by the shareholders of that company in annual general meeting. Okay. Now see, X Limited has declared interim dividend which has not been received till 31st March 2013. It has not been received by us but received on 25th April 2013. See, they are saying they have declared dividend which has not been received. Okay, so we can write here. First we will write as per S9 dividend income C should be recognized only when right to receive of dividend is established. So in the given case, AQ Limited should recognize dividend income as follows. How? See, the first point will be dividend declared on 25th April 2013 is an interim dividend and right to receive the same is established in FY 2012-13 only. Therefore, it should be recognized in FY 2012-13. C. The year is this 1/4/12 to 31st March 13. Okay. They are saying X Limited declared interim dividend which has not been received till 31st March. So till 31st March we have not received any kind of dividend. Okay, but interim dividend has already been declared. It means here they would have already declared the dividend, but we have not received the dividend till 31st March. When did we receive the dividend? We received the dividend here 25th April. But we already know that dividend should be recognized as revenue not when received but when the right to receive is declared. Okay, when we have right to receive the dividend, only then you can recognize the revenue. So right to receive already we had in the previous year, so you can record on 31st March this interim dividend. Okay, do not wait for 25th April. Now case number 2 is Y Limited has proposed dividend on 8th May 2013 ending for the year ending 31st March, which has been approved by the shareholders on 30th June 2013. See, as of now it is 1/4/12 31st March 13. We are AQ Limited standing here. Okay, we had to receive the dividend. Now when we have to receive the dividend, but the dividend itself is declared on 30th June 2013, so we cannot say that this dividend is the income of 12-13. It is not the income of this year. We cannot say that. Why? Because in the dividend itself is declared after the year ending on 30th June. So you will write here that proposed dividend is, do we have space here? Just a second. Proposed dividend is approved by shareholders on 30th June 2013. Hence, right to receive dividend is established on 30th June 2013. Therefore, income should be recognized in FY 13-14. Simple. It will be our next year's income. Now, Z Limited, a subsidiary of AQ Limited, has declared dividend for the year ended 31st March 2013 on 25th May 2013. The AGM for which is to be held on September. See, AGM will be happening on September. In AGM only, their shareholders will vote and it will be decided whether dividend should be given or not. Understood? So, AGM is in September 2013. It means there will be the final declaration. So, you can say it is also the income of FY 13-14 only. So, we will write the answer here. Right to receive would be established only after AGM held in September. Therefore, income should be recognized in FY 13-14. Simple enough. Now, we just have to remember this when the AGM is there. Whenever the AGM is held, then it means that time right to receive is established. Okay. So, after this, Gabbar Singh Limited sold goods worth 1 lakh to Mr. Johnny on 1st Jan 2012 and there was no uncertainty existing on that date. Okay. So, on 1st January, Gabbar Singh has sold 1 lakh rupees goods to Johnny. Due to subsequent fire accident on 14th Feb at Mr. John's premises, he became insolvent. Johnny, whatever. He became insolvent. The accountant of the company wants to reverse the sales journal entry as the customer became insolvent. See, this is your Gabbar Singh. This is his moosh. Okay. Gabbar Singh. Gabbar Singh sold goods worth 1 lakh to Mr. John. This is your John. Now, at the time of sale, there was no uncertainty. John was a good person. He used to make the payments and all. This time, he has taken the credit of 1 lakh and he said he will pay the payment. Okay. But what happened? This story was happening on 1st January. But on now they are saying on 14th Feb, there has been a fire. If there has been a fire, they are saying John's premises, he has become insolvent. Now everything got burnt. Now our accountant means Gabbar Singh's accountant. This accountant is saying that we should reverse the journal entry. What journal entry we would have passed? He would have passed Gabbar Singh account, he would have passed John's account debit to sales. Okay. Now he is saying we can reverse the journal entry. See, you cannot reverse any journal entry such like that. Okay. Now see what is happening. if there has been a fire after 1 or 1.5 months, what will Gabbar Singh realize? Now Gabbar Singh will say, obviously John will not be able to make the payment, but we do not know, might be after 2 3 months or 4 months John would be able to pay if he might get the insurance claim, and all that story might happen. So we cannot reverse the journal entry. What we can do, on the safer side, following the concept of prudence, what we can do, we can create a provision. Gabbar Singh can create a provision of bad and doubtful debts. Understood? So it will save him from the future uncertainty. Understood? Now say, if I write here, as per AS9, revenue should be recognized when there are no uncertainties at the time of recognition, and if any uncertainty arises in future, or you can say arises subsequent to रेवेन्यू रिकॉग्निशन. इट मीन्स एक बार मैंने सेल की जनरल एंट्री लिख ली, अब उसके बाद अगर अनसर्टेनिटी हो गई, इट मीन्स इन दिस केस ऑल्सो आफ्टर 1 and 1.5 months some uncertainty arises, then what will we do? Subsequent to revenue recognition, then it is more appropriate to make a provision on the receivable amount to reflect the uncertainty. अरे समझे क्या? चलो, then you can write here, in the given case there were no uncertainty at the time of recognition, but the recognition, we can say, but the uncertainty took place subsequent to recognition. Therefore, the accountant should not reverse the entry, but should create a provision. Simple enough. Now next question we have here is C. Lucky Limited sold goods worth 250 crores on credit to Govinda Limited for exporting to United States. Okay, the export order was cancelled. Govinda Limited decided to sell the same goods in the local market at discounted price. Okay, now Govinda requested a price discount of 15% and Lucky Limited accepted the same. Fair enough. The chief accountant of Lucky wants to deduct the discount amount from the sales value. Is this accounting treatment as per AS9? Will it change as per Ind AS 18? See what they are saying. First understand what the case study is saying. Lucky Limited, Govinda. See, this is our, where should I draw? Lucky Limited sold goods to Govinda. Okay, For what reason we sold goods to Govinda? To export it to United States. Okay, the amount was 250 crores. Now there has been some problem and Govinda has decided to sell this goods locally in domestic market. So Govinda is telling Lucky Limited, please give me a discount of 15%. Simple. Lucky Limited also agreed. Now what is the problem? The accountant of Lucky Limited is saying that we can deduct the discount amount from sales value. Sales value was 250 crores. He is saying deduct 15% from this 250 crores itself. Okay, so it will be around 37.5 crores. He is saying we can reduce the sale value in that particular journal entry. We will change the journal entry, or we will reverse the journal entry something, so that our sales will become 212.5 crores. This is what he is saying. Okay, now the question is this accounting treatment as per AS 9? Now read. Lucky Limited had sold goods to Govinda on credit for 250 crores and the sale was completed in all respect. Very good. Govinda's decision to sell the same in the domestic market at a discount does not affect the amount recorded as sales by Lucky Limited. Understood? So the sale value will not be changed. It will remain 250 crores only. The price discount of 15% offered by Lucky after request of Govinda was not in the nature of a discount given during the ordinary course of trade. See, if Lucky Limited had to give this discount of 15%, he would have given before only. Why is he giving the discount now? Because otherwise the same would have been given at the time of sale itself. Now as far as Lucky Limited is concerned, there appears to be an uncertainty relating to the collectibility of the debt. Now what Lucky Limited is thinking, see, Govinda purchased these goods to sell in the United States. But now Lucky knows that his export order is cancelled. Now how will Govinda pay it to me? I am Lucky Limited. How will Govinda pay to me? So now I am afraid that it will become my bad debt. So now I am afraid. So that's why I am ready to give him the 15% discount. Now understand. Lucky Limited is concerned, there appears to be an uncertainty relating to the collectibility of debt. अब मैं सोच रहा हूँ गोविंदा मुझे पैसे दे ही नहीं पाएगा क्योंकि अमेरिका का ऑर्डर तो कैंसिल हो गया. Which has arisen subsequent to the time of sale. Therefore, it would be appropriate to make a separate provision. Remember this, whenever there is uncertainty after the transaction has already taken place, you will create a separate provision. This all drama, discount, reduce from the value of sale, reverse the journal entry, you cannot do this. You have to create a separate provision for that. Understood? Therefore, such discount should be written off to the P&L and not shown as discount, not shown as deduction from the sales figure. What they are saying, see, the question is saying that what accountant did I tell you? Accountant is saying in the trading account the sales value was written at 250 crores. He is saying remove from here itself discount of 37.5 crores and then write at 212.5 crores. But this treatment is entirely wrong. You cannot change the figure of sales like this. What is the correct accounting? See, trading is there, sales you have written 250, that is fine. You will go in the profit and loss account and then you will write here discount of 37.5. Understood? Now somebody might say that sir, net profit will remain same. Net profit will remain same in both the cases, but the gross profit will change and the sales turnover ratios will change. That you will be reading in accounting ratios. Understood? That is why you cannot reduce discount from the sales figure. Now see. So remember this, you cannot reduce it from the sales figure, you have to create a separate provision for that. After this, the next question we have here is, Mrs. Prima Company Limited sold goods worth 50,000 to Mrs. Y and Company. Okay. Y and Company asked for discount of 8,000, which was agreed by Prima Company. Okay. The sale was affected and goods were dispatched. Okay, fair enough. After receiving the consignment, goods worth 7,000 are found defective, which were returned immediately. Fair enough. They made a payment of 35,000 to Mrs. Prima Company Limited. Accountant booked the sale for 35,000. Please discuss. See. Understand this. They are saying that Prima has sold 50,000 rupees goods here. See, Prima, and this is Y and Co. Okay, the sale was of 50,000. Now, discount was rupees 8,000 and sales return was 7,000. Now, what has this intelligent accountant has done? This accountant is saying we can directly write that we have sold goods to Y and Co. So, we can write Y and Co debit to sales. Sir, is this the brilliant thing he done? No. What has he done? See, he is saying we will write directly 35,000 and 35,000. This is what the accountant is saying. Understand, this is entirely wrong. Why? Because the sale what has happened is of the value 50,000. Now someone might say, but sir, the net effect if we see it is 35,000. That is correct. But understand, if I directly write here sale is of 35,000, then where is the information about sales return? Where is the information about the discount we have provided? That information will never come in the books of accounts. It means we can never say that we take the sales return or we have provided the sales return to customer. Where is that information? So what should be the correct journal entry? What should they have written? They should have written here like Y debit to sale. It should be 50,000 and 50,000. Understood? Then sales return debit, discount allowed debit to Y and Co. 15,000. Sales return was how much? 7,000. Discount was 8,000. Like this should have been the presentation. Understood? See, as per para 4.1 of S9 revenue, revenue is the gross inflow of cash, receivable or other consideration in the ordinary activity of enterprise from the sale of goods, renting service and other of enterprise resource yielding interest, royalty and dividend. Now we will write about our case. So you can say here, in the given case, what is happening? Mrs. Prima company should record the sales at a gross value of 50,000. That is what I have told you here, that you have to record the sale at 50,000. Then discount of 8,000 in price and goods return was 7,000 are to be adjusted by suitable provision. It means you have to provide another account for them. Then Mrs. Prima company might have sent the credit note of 15,000 to Y to account for this adjustment. Okay, because there is sales return, so we have to send the credit note. The contention of the accountant to book the sales is not correct. Understood? You cannot write in one journal entry everything. Okay, you have to write the separate journal entries. One more thing I have to tell you. See, every time when it is saying that you have to be adjusted by suitable provision, it does not mean you have to create some provision account only there, that in the name of the account there should be a provision, that provision for sales return, nothing. Provision means that you have to provide some account for that particular amount. Okay, you have to provide a separate amount. Okay, that is what they are talking about. Then see, Y company limited used certain resources of X company limited. Okay, in return X company limited received 10 lakh rupees and 15 lakh as interest and royalty. Okay, so 10 lakh rupees interest and 15 lakh rupees royalty respectively from Y during the year 5 and 6. You are required to state whether and on what basis these revenues can be recognized. See, very simple, we already know this, it is just a kind of revision. These revenues are recognized on the following basis. Interest should be recognized on a time proportion basis and royalty should be recognized on an accrual basis. Simple. Now see, X limited has recognized 10 lakh rupees on accrual basis. Okay, from dividend on units of mutual fund of the face value of rupees 50 lakhs. Okay, held by it as at the end of the financial year 31st March 2003. The dividend on mutual fund were declared at the rate of 20% on 15th April 2003. Fair enough. Now, the dividend was proposed on 10th March by the mutual funds. Whether, see, they proposed on 10th March. Proposed means they are just talking that we might give the dividend this much. But declaration is important. When was it declared? It was declared on 15th April. Okay. Whether the treatment is, now the dividend was proposed on 10th March by the mutual fund. Whether the treatment is as per the relevant accounting standard, you are asked to do. So when have they recognized the revenue? See, X limited recognized 10 lakhs and 10 lakhs income from dividend on units of mutual fund. Okay, they have already recognized the revenue. See, this is our year 31st March 23rd, 2003. But dividend was declared here 15th April. Then how can we recognize our dividend in this year? That is absolutely wrong. Okay, so now we will write our answer here. You cannot recognize the dividend revenue just like this. Now we will write here, revenue recognition states that dividend from investment in shares are not recognized in statement of P&L until a right to receive payment is established. Okay, now see, in the given case, the dividend was declared on 15th April 2003. It means the right to receive established on 15th April 2003. Okay, therefore income from dividend should have been recognized in year 2003 and 4, and the treatment done by X Limited is not as per AS 9, because they have already recognized in 2002 and 3. We had to recognize in 2003 and 4. The next year you have to recognize the dividend income. Okay, now see, A Limited entered into a contract with B to dispatch goods valuing 25,000 every month for 4 months upon receipt of entire payment. Okay, A Limited, B Limited, B Limited paid rupees 1 lakh. A Limited will send goods every month, 1, 2, 3, 4. Every month costing 25,000 rupees goods he will send. B Limited accordingly made the payment of 1 lakh and A Limited started dispatching the goods. Okay. In third month, due to a natural calamity, B Limited requested A Limited not to dispatch the goods. Oh my god, stop. 2, 3. So 2 are done. In the third, B Limited has stopped. Okay, not to dispatch until further notice. Though A Limited is holding the remaining goods worth 50,000 ready for dispatch. Okay, A Limited has its goods ready. Okay, A Limited accounted 50,000 as sales. Which 50,000? This 50,000, this 25, this 25, 50 as sales, and transferred the balance to advance received against sales. Very good. Comment upon the treatment. Now see, because he has the goods ready. Okay, he has already sent 50,000 worth of goods. So now, according to AS 9, in case of goods, the physical delivery is not important for revenue recognition. What is relevant is the transfer of significant risk and reward. Now, where delivery is delayed as buyer's request, we have already discussed this in the first part, and buyer takes the title and accepts the billing, revenue should be recognized, notwithstanding that physical delivery has not been completed, so long as there is every expectation that delivery will be made. See, अब बायर ने बोल दिया कि नहीं तुम सामान अपने पास रखो, अभी बरसात आ रही है, अभी मेरे को ज़रूरत नहीं है, तो that is not the problem of the seller. Seller can obviously write that okay, I have made the sale, it is my revenue. Why? Because seller is ready to dispatch the goods. Now buyer is saying no, I don't want the goods now, I want the goods tomorrow or day after tomorrow or after 2 months. That is his problem, that is not my problem. I am ready to provide the goods right now. Okay, so I will write that this is my revenue in my books. Now however, the item must be on hand. We have in our hand the items identified and ready for delivery. Okay, the sale is recognized rather than there being simply an intention to acquire or manufacture the goods in time for delivery. We do not need any time for the delivery, the goods are ready with us. Here in this case, on the request of B, goods worth 50,000 were ready for dispatch but are held with A until further notice is received from B for its delivery. Therefore, A will recognize 50,000 as its revenue for that period. Understood? He will recognize the entire thing. Why? Because that is buyer's problem, that is not our problem. Arjun Limited sold farm equipments through its dealers. Okay, one of the condition at the time of sale is payment of consideration. This we have already discussed, I think. Arjun Limited back in the first video. Arjun Limited question has already been discussed in the first video. You can go and check. Okay. Now, the next question we have here is Mrs. Moon Limited sold goods worth 6,50,000 to Mr. Star. Okay. Now, Mr. Star asked for a trade discount amounting to 53,000 and same was agreed. Okay. Moon is selling 6,50,000 rupees goods to Star. Star asked for the discount. Moon is ready to give the discount for 53,000. The sale was effected and goods were dispatched. On receipt, Mr. Star found that 67,000 are defective. Star returned the goods due amounting to 5,30,000. The accountant booked the sale for 5,30,000. We have already discussed such kind of question. What they are saying total sale was 6,50,000. Now, accountant is saying we will remove the discount from here also and we will remove this sales discount, or you can say the sales return from here only. So 120 gone, 530. Accountant is saying record the sales as 5,30,000, but this is entirely wrong concept. You cannot do that. You have to create different account of sales return, discount, and you will be recording the sales at 6,50,000 rupees only. You cannot like this जैसा मन चाहे वैसा कर दिया, सेल की अमाउंट जो चाहे वो लिख दिया, ऐसा नहीं होता. सेल की अमाउंट will be the same, 6,50,000 only. Understood? See, in the given case, if trade discount is allowed or given in the ordinary course of business, Mrs. Moon should record the sales at 5,97,000 and goods return was 67 are to be recorded in the form of sales return. However, when trade discount allowed by Mrs. Moon is not in the ordinary course of business, it should record the sales at gross value of 6,50,000, discount of 53,000 in price, and return of goods 60,000 are to be adjusted by suitable provision. That was our sales return account. Understood? Now, remember one thing, one important thing is here the new thing is that if the trade discount given in the ordinary course of business, remember if it is the trade discount, you can only remove that trade discount from the sales figure, but it should be in the ordinary course of business. If they have given on the first day at the time of sale only, now you can write 6,50,000 minus 53, 5,97,000, but still the goods were 67 have to be recorded in the form of sales return. You have to prepare the sales return account. There is no other go. So in both the cases, if trade discount is given in the ordinary or not in the ordinary course of business, the answer of the accountant is definitely wrong. Understood? Because he has reduced both the amounts from the sale. Now, here we have Sarita Publication publishes a monthly magazine on 15th of every month. It sells advertising space in the magazine to advertisers on the terms of 80% sale value payable in advance, okay, and the balance within 30 days of the release of the publication, okay. सरिता पब्लिकेशन एक मैगजीन निकाल रही है हर 15 तारीख को. अब क्या बोला है दैट इट विल सेल द स्पेस इन द मैगजीन ऑन द टर्म्स ऑफ 80% सेल वैल्यू, यानी कि 80% पैसे आपको आज ही देने होंगे एडवांस में और बाकी के पैसे 30 दिन के अंदर देने होंगे व्हेन यू आर रिलीजिंग द पब्लिकेशन. मतलब 15 तारीख को मैगजीन आएगी, सपोज 15 मार्च को मैगजीन आती है, तो बिफोर 15 अप्रैल दे आर सपोज टू पे द रिमेनिंग 20% ऑफ द वैल्यू. अंडरस्टूड? द सेल ऑफ स्पेस फॉर द मार्च 2014 issue was made in Feb 2014. The magazine was published on its scheduled date, okay, so I can say here the magazine was supposed to be published on 15th March 2014, okay. The sale of space for the March 2014 was made in Feb 2014, very good. The magazine was published on its scheduled date. This is the scheduled date. It received 2,40,000 on 10th March 2014. On 10th March 2014, 2,40,000 are received. Okay. And 60,000 on 10th April 2014. So here 10th April. How much? 60,000. For the March issue, okay. See, this is our publication date, okay. Discuss in the context of AS9 the amount of revenue to be recognized and the treatment of the amount received from the advertiser for the year ending 14. This is the year ending 14. And what will the treatment if the publication is delayed till 2nd April? Okay, understand. The question was from 15th April, the 30 days are ending on the 15th April year. So they said 80% of the sale value was payable in advance, okay, and 20% will be the balance within 30 days. So the balance we have already received within 30 days. See, this is the period of 30 days till 15th April. We have already received the payment of rest 20%, okay. This is our 80% sale value. We have already received. Now they are asking how much revenue we should recognize on this particular date, and if this is the 31st March, obviously this is the 31st March, what will happen if this publication was not printed on this date and it is printed on this date, that is 2nd April 2014. How will we recognize our revenue? Now read the answer very carefully. As per para 12 of AS9, in a transaction involving the rendering of service, performance should be measured either under the completed service contract or under the proportionate completion method. Okay. In the given case, income accrues when the related advertisement appears before public. Obviously, income will accrue. When can the publication company say that we have earned the income? When the magazine has been published, when it is within the public. Okay. The advertisement service would be considered as performed on the day the advertisement is seen by the public, and hence revenue is recognized on that date. Okay. In this case, it is 15th March 2014. This is the important date, the date of publication. Hence, 3 lakh rupees is recognized as income in March 2014. Why? You can say, sir, 60,000 was received next month, but that was our policy that you can provide the money within the 30 days. Now remember this, payment is not necessary to recognize the revenue. What is necessary? That the service should be performed and there should be no uncertainty. Whenever we were talking about the definition, we never said that the payment must be received or in within such date it should be received. No. The service must be performed. In the goods case, we used to say the risk and reward must be transferred and there is no uncertainty. So, on the 15th March, obviously, the magazine will be published and we can say that we have earned the income. Now, the terms of payment are not relevant for considering the date on which revenue is to be recognized. 60,000 is an amount due from advertisers on 31st March 2014, and however 240 will be treated as payment received against the sale. So what can they do? They can write here like cash has been received 2,40,000 and you can say 60,000, they will write debtors debit to sale 3 lakh. Understood? Originally, see, this is journal entry I am telling you just for the understanding purpose. This is not happening in the reality. Then sir, what is happening in the reality? See, what will they write? When they are selling the space, they will write debtors account debit to sale 3 lakh, okay. Then when they receive 2,40,000, then they will write cash account debit to debtors 2.4 lakh. And then sir, 60,000 are received in the next month. Next month means the next year, April. See, on the 31st March, what will happen? On the 31st March, they will prepare the balance sheet and under debtors, they will write 60,000 is still pending. Understood? This is the original treatment what happens. Now, what was the second part of the question? That what if on the 2nd April we are printing the magazine? It is very simple. If on the 2nd April we are printing, then that will be our revenue. That on that day we will recognize the revenue. See, if the publication is delayed, revenue recognition will also be delayed till the advertisement gets published in the magazine. In that case, revenue of 3 lakh will be recognized for the year 31st March 15. Everything will be recognized in the next year. Understood? Now, given the following information of Mercedes Paper Product Limited, you are required to advise them. Okay, you are already a chartered accountant, you can advise. See, goods of 60,000 were sold on 20th March, okay. But at the request of the buyer, these were delivered on 10th April. It is buyer's fault, not my fault. I will record revenue in the March month itself. The sale is complete but delivery has been postponed at buyer's request. Mercedes Paper Products should recognize the entire sale of 60 for the year ended 31st March 15 only. Understood? We will recognize our income, no? Now, On 15th Jan 2015, goods of 1,50,000 were sent on consignment basis, of which 20% of the goods are unsold are lying with the consignee. I have already told you in the first video, when the goods are sold by the consignee to the third party, that much amount you can recognize as revenue. In the following case, 20% are unsold, it means of 1,50,000, 80% is sold, 80% means 80 by 100, you can say 1,20,000 rupees sale has been made by the consignee to the third party. So that will be our revenue. 20% of goods lying unsold should be treated as closing inventory and sale should be recognized for 1,20,000. In case of consignment, sale revenue should not be recognized until the goods are sold to a third party. Simple enough. Now see. After this, third question we have is 1,20,000 worth of goods were sold on approval basis on 1st December 2014. The period of approval was 3 months, okay. After which they were considered sold. Buyer sent approval for 75% goods up to 31st Jan 2015. Fair enough. And no approval or disapproval received for the remaining goods till 31st March 2015. See, what has happened in this case? See, whenever there are too many dates, no, just draw a number line. It will help you to understand the question. He has sold the goods on 1st December 2014. I will just mention here 1/4/2014 and the year end is 31st March 2015. So on 1st December 2014 goods are sold. The period of approval was 3 months. It means you had to approve it before 28th Feb. 28th Feb. Why? Entire December, Jan and Feb is given. Okay. Now, buyer sent approval for 75% goods by 31st Jan. Here will be 31st Jan. 75% of the goods are approved. Okay. What about 25%? There is no approval or disapproval received for the remaining goods till 31st March 2015. See, 28th Feb was the last date. That smart boy, he is not giving any approval or disapproval. Okay, it means he is not returning also goods and he is not giving the approval also. It means we will consider it as the sale and we will recognize the entire amount as revenue on 31st March 2015. So, in case of goods sold on approval basis, revenue should not be recognized until the goods have been formally accepted by the buyer or the buyer has done an act adopting the transaction or time period for rejection has elapsed, or where no time has been fixed, a reasonable time has elapsed. But here the time was fixed 3 months, therefore revenue should be recognized for the total amount of 1,20,000 as the time period for rejecting the goods had expired. Okay, now that is his problem, that is not our problem. Now see, what is the fourth part? Apart from the above, now part number 4 says, apart from the above, the company has made cash sales of 7,80,000 rupees. Okay, the trade discount is 5% was allowed on the cash sales. Simple. We know trade discount should always be, you can deduct from the sales amount. Okay, trade discount given should be deducted in determining revenue. Thus 39,000. How 39,000 came? 7,80,000 multiply 5% gives you 39,000. Should be deducted from the amount of turnover for the purpose of recognition of revenue. Thus revenue should be 7,41,000. Total revenue amounting to 10,41,000 will be recognized for the year in the books of paper product. Which 10,41,000? See, here this is 7,41,000 and then this 3 lakhs here in above. Where is it? I have given the explanation here. See, 7,41,000 here, then this 60, 120, 120 and this 741 of all the total of all the 4 parts will give you 10,41,000. Okay. Now, the next question we have here is, Mercedes C Limited recognized 5 lakh on accrual basis income from dividend during the year 10-11. Okay, on shares of the face value of 25 lakhs held by it in Rock Limited as at 31st March 2011. Okay, Rock Limited proposed dividend at 20% on 10th April. They proposed dividend on 10th April. Okay, see, C is shareholder in which company? in Rock Limited. Okay, Rock Limited proposed a dividend of 20% on 10th. So proposed on 10th April. However, dividend was declared on 30th June. Okay, 30th June 2011. Please state with relevance to the relevant accounting standard whether the treatment is in order. We obviously know they recognize this 5 lakhs in 1011, but it was declared on 30th June 2011. It means the revenue should have been recorded in 1112. If I make the number line, this is 1st April 2010, 31st March 11, 31st March 12. Dividend was declared here on 30th June 11. So you cannot recognize dividend income in this year. This is wrong, and that is what C Limited has done. Okay, so we can say, read the answer with me. In the given case, dividend is proposed on 10th and declared on 30th June. The right to receive dividend is established on 30th June. This is the right to receive dividend. Therefore, on applying the provision as per the standard, income from dividend should be recognized by C in the financial year 11-12. This is your financial year 11-12. Therefore, the recognition of income from dividend 5 lakh on accrual basis in the financial year 10-11 is not in accordance with the AS9. It means C Limited, whatever they have done is wrong. Understood? Now, after this, Mrs. Umang sold goods through its agent as per the terms of sales. Consideration is payable within 1 month. Okay. In the event of delay in payment, interest is chargeable at 12% per annum from the agent. Okay. It means, see, we are Umang Limited. We have an agent who sells our goods. If the payment is not received within 1 month, we charge 12% per annum from the agent itself. Okay. The company has not realized interest from the agent in the past. Okay. In the past, we have not taken interest from the agent. For the year ended 31st March 15, interest due from agent because of delay in payment amounted to 1,72,000. The accountant booked 1,72,000 as interest income in the year. Discuss the contention of the accountant with reference to AS9C. In the past, we have never realized interest from the agent. Okay, agent doesn't give us the interest only. This time again, we are telling him to pay 1,72,000, and the accountant is saying we will receive the interest income. There is no problem. You only tell me. In the past, we have never realized the interest. Okay. Do you think now we will get that interest of 1,72,000? Let's see. Revenue recognition, where the ability to assess the ultimate collection is lacking at the time of raising any claim, the revenue recognition is postponed to the extent of uncertainty involved. That is the same thing. That are the definition. In such case, the revenue is recognized only when it is reasonably certain that the ultimate collection will be made. Okay. In this case, the company never realized interest for the delayed payment made by the agent. Hence, based on the past experience, the realization of interest for the delayed payment is very much uncertain. अरे आज तक तो कभी इंटरेस्ट मिला नहीं एजेंट से, अब अकाउंटेंट को लग रहा है नहीं नहीं अब तो हम लोग को इंटरेस्ट इनकम मिल जाएगा. You cannot say like this. Okay, there is uncertainty. The interest should be recognized only if the ultimate collection is certain. Therefore, the interest income of 172 should not be recognized in the books for the year. Remember, it should not be recognized, and thus the contention of the accountant is incorrect. It is absolutely incorrect. However, if the agent have agreed to pay the amount of interest, हाँ agent ने बोल दिया कि मैं पूरे पूरे पैसे दे दूंगा, तो फिर ठीक है, then you can recognize that as interest income. Okay. I am erasing this again and again so that while taking the printout you don't face these problems. Okay. After taking the printout, I mean. Question number 25. A manufacturing company has the following stage of production and sale in manufacturing fine paper rolls. Okay. Raw material, pulp, you can mention the heading here, cost to date, and this is net realizable value. Net realizable value. Okay. So what are the amounts? Pulp, rough and thick paper. A manufacturing company has these stages of production. What is the question we have here is they are asking explain the stage on which you think revenue will be generated and state how much would be net profit for the year 31st March 16. What are the different studies? They purchased raw material, then pulp, then rough and thick paper, fine paper rolls. Now it is ready for sale. Now sale is agreed, invoice is raised, and now we have delivered. Understood? Now they are asking at what stage you will recognize the revenue. Now read. According to AS9 revenue recognition, in a transaction involving the sale of goods, performance should be regarded as being achieved when the following conditions have been fulfilled. What are the following conditions? Let's see. The seller has transferred to the buyer the property in the goods for the price, or all significant risk and reward of ownership have been transferred. Okay. And seller retains no effective control of the goods. It has been transferred to a degree usually associated with the ownership. You have transferred the ownership, the risk and reward to the buyer. No significant uncertainty exists. This we already know. Thus, sales will be recognized only when following two conditions are satisfied. What are they? The sale value is fixed and determinable. Property of the goods is transferred to the customer. Property in the goods means the title, the ownership is transferred to the customer. कि भाई seller बोल रहा है आज से ये सामान आपका हुआ, ठीक है. Both these conditions are satisfied only on 15th March 2016 when sales are agreed upon at a price and goods are allocated for delivery. The amount of net profit 1,50,000 would be recognized in the books of the year ending 31st March 2016. See, this is our date. When the sale is agreed and the invoice is also raised, the selling value is 3,50,000, cost is 2 lakhs, so the profit is 1.5 lakhs. Understood? Simple enough. Now, next question we have here is Raj Limited. What is Raj saying? Raj Limited entered into an agreement with Hina to dispatch the goods valuing 5 lakh every month for next 6 months on receipt of entire payment. This we have already seen before. It is exactly the same question. The question number, there were the amounts were 50,000, I guess. Where is that question? Question number 18. Okay, question number 18 had what? 25,000 for every 4 months. 25,000 every month for the 4 months. Like that only we have now the question number, I think 26, where dispatching goods valued 5 lakh every month for the next 6 months on receipt of entire payment, then accordingly made the 30 lakh and all. Due to this, Raj is holding the remaining goods. This is the exact same question, just values are changed. Okay. Now, you can write here just question number 18, same as question number 18. Then indicate in each case whether revenue can be recognized and when it will be recognized as per AS9. Trade discount and volume rebate received. Then trade discount and volume rebate received are not encompassed within the definition of revenue. It is not the revenue. Since they represent a reduction of cost, trade discount and volume rebate given should be deducted in determining the revenue. If the trade discount and volume rebate are given in the ordinary course of business, it means on the date of sale itself, if they have given trade discount, then okay. But after the sale, after 1 month, after 15 days, due to some condition they have given the discount, then you cannot reduce that from revenue. Remember this, you can deduct it from the revenue only if it is in the normal course of business. Then, when goods are sold to distributor or others for resale, see, I am the main person, I sell goods to my distributor, then he will be selling to the third party. When should I recognize the revenue? When goods are sold to distributor or others, revenue from such sales can generally be recognized if significant risk of ownership have passed. However, in some situation, the buyer may be substituted by an agent. हो सकता है कि मेरा distributor मेरा agent ही हो. Then when will I recognize the revenue? When he has sold it to the third party. And in such cases, the sale should be treated as a consignment sale. इसका मतलब जब मेरा डिस्ट्रीब्यूटर जो मेरा एजेंट जैसे ही काम कर रहा है, तो अगर एजेंट ने किसी थर्ड पार्टी को माल बेच दिया या फिर I am the consigner, I have sold my goods to consignee. When the consignee has sold the goods to the third party, that day I can recognize that amount as revenue. Understood? Then, where seller concurrently agrees to repurchase the same goods at a later date. This question also we have seen earlier, that कि सेलर और बायर के बीच में एक फाइनेंस ट्रांजैक्शन जैसा ट्रांजैक्शन है, वो रेवेन्यू का ट्रांजैक्शन, सेल का ट्रांजैक्शन है ही नहीं. दैट इज जस्ट द बोगस ट्रांजैक्शन. वी हैव already catered that kind of question earlier. Okay, so for those transactions where seller concurrently agrees to repurchase the same goods at a later date that are in substance a financing agreement, the resulting cash flow is not the revenue as defined and should not be recognized as revenue. Now after this, insurance agency commission for rendering services should be recognized on the effective commencement or renewal dates of the related policy. मतलब मैंने जब भी इंश्योरेंस की पॉलिसी खरीदी, अब इंश्योरेंस एजेंसी को तो कमीशन मिलेगा. इंश्योरेंस एजेंसी कमीशन फॉर रेंडरिंग देयर सर्विस, व्हेन शुड दे रिकॉग्नाइज द रेवेन्यू? व्हेन द पॉलिसी बिगिंस. अंडरस्टूड? देन on 11th March 2019, clothes worth 50,000 were sold to X-Mart, but due to refurbishing of their showroom being underway, on their request, it means whose request it is? It is the buyer's request. Clothes were delivered on 12th April 2019. देखो 11 मार्च को माल तो मैंने बेच दिया. अब बायर बोल रहा है कि मेरे को माल अभी चाहिए ही नहीं, मुझे 1 महीने बाद माल बेचना. तो मेरा प्रॉब्लम है क्या? मेरा प्रॉब्लम नहीं है. मेरे लिए तो मैं बोल दूंगा मैंने तो 50,000 रुपये कमा लिए. This 50,000 is my revenue. It is not my problem. Whenever you want to get it, get it. Okay, they are ready at my warehouse. So I will recognize the 50,000 as revenue in March month itself on 11th March. On 11th March, if Xmart takes the title and accepts billing, then it is implied that the sale is complete and all risk and reward has been transferred. Revenue should be recognized for the year ending 31st March 19 itself. Notwithstanding that physical delivery has not been completed so long as there is every expectation that delivery will be made. देखो ये आर्ग्यूमेंट नहीं दे सकते कि सर डिलीवरी ऑफ गुड्स तो नहीं हुई तो आप कैसे बोल रहे हो कि रेवेन्यू रिकॉग्नाइज करेंगे. नहीं, डिलीवरी क्यों नहीं हुई? क्योंकि बायर बोल रहा है कि डिलीवरी नहीं चाहिए, सेलर तो रेडी है डिलीवरी देने के लिए. बात समझ में आ गई? दीज आर मोस्ट ऑफ द कंसेप्ट, दीज आर द मोस्ट ऑफ द क्वेश्चंस वट एवर वी हैव कवर्ड इन दीज 2 videos. It will cover your most of the part of the accounting standard 9. Reading all the questions thoroughly and writing their answers, that will provide much benefit. और कोशिश करो कि सारे के सारे आंसर लिखो. क्या होगा ना, राइटिंग प्रैक्टिस बढ़ेगी उससे. ओके, दैट्स ऑल फॉर द अकाउंटिंग स्टैंडर्ड 9. थैंक यू सो मच.